All right, a look at the offensive excellence of the Detroit Lions. 137 points through 4 games, and that was after a slow start against the Green Bay Packers. It is the second most through 4 games in France.
Well, we made mistakes. The first pick was on me, and anytime you get, you give a chance to give this team a little bit of momentum and play from the lead, that makes them that much better. That's part of the reason why they're a good football team. So when you turn the ball over like that and you give them good position, and you don't really allow our defense to pin their ears back and do their thing, then you're going to struggle as a whole. I don't know about that second one. I really didn't. That set them up too. I really didn't think that they came up with that, but in the box where they did, and it hurt us. So.
Why is it the first one was on you? Looked like he stopped his route.
Yeah, I thought he was going. I was in the wrong, not him. Yep. I feel good. That's part of the game. It's tough to come out of a football game and complain about things like that. Like, everybody that we have on our team right now is battling, and the guys up front are battling, and it's part of playing tough football games is having to deal with stuff like that. Mental error. We had some verts inside, and we had press outside, and I was just kind of licking my chops to take a shot right there, on 3rd and 8 or 9, whatever it was, and made a mistake that hurt us.
You mentioned everyone battling. Cornelius been flipping from side to side.
Mm-hmm.
Let's things, what do we make of how they're doing?
Yeah, man. I mean, those guys are prideful guys. They're so anytime you go out there and you get beat up like we did today, a lot of guys are in the locker room right now, trying to make sure that they can keep their head held high, but obviously it's a fight. It's no different with those guys. Like I said, they're battling out there, and they're prideful guys. They take what they do seriously, and that goes for all of us, but it doesn't help the fact that we're just making mistakes.
Those 2 shots in the 4th quarter back-to-back.
This was not just a loss. This was a gut punch. The kind that leaves you staring at the screen wondering what just happened to the Cleveland Browns we were promised this season. 34-10, and it didn't even feel that close. Let's not sugarcoat this. We got outclassed, outcoached, outplayed, and out-hustled by a Detroit team that looked hungrier, faster, and more prepared in every single phase of the game. Special teams disaster, offensive meltdown, and defensive breakdowns. It was a collapse from top to bottom. And it all started so promising. That first drive, smooth, confident, 88 yards of structured, no-nonsense football. I thought, okay, we're here to fight. And then the Browns just vanished. The rest of the game, it was like watching a team forget how to play clean, winning football. Joe Flacco? Look, I've been fair. I've defended his experience, his leadership, the intangibles. But today, 2 interceptions, missed reads, 0 pocket awareness, and absolutely no rhythm. And when the offense stalls like that, the pressure shifts. And man, the defense bent and then broke. Jared Goff had all day. Jahmyr Gibbs turned into a nightmare. And don't even get me started on that 65-yard punt return. That's a fireable special teams breakdown. Myles Garrett tried to rally the squad. I saw it in his body language, the leadership, the intensity. But this was a team-wide failure. From coaching decisions to execution on the field, the Browns didn't just lose, they crumbled under pressure. And let's be real. If the Browns continue to play like this, then this season becomes a question of when, not if, we start seeing major changes. How much more of Flacco do we need to see before we admit it's not working? When does Dylan Gabriel get his shot? What about Shedeur Sanders? The fans are already chanting his name online. This is a franchise that can't afford to wait anymore. We've got the talent, we've got the defense. But if we don't clean up the QB play, the special teams disasters, and the mental errors, we're headed toward another season of what-ifs and could-have-beens. I don't want to live in that world again. I want accountability. I want urgency. I want Stefanski to show he can adjust. And I want this locker room to remember who they are. Because this version of the Browns, this isn't us. Let me hear from you. Is it time to bench Flacco? Should Shedeur start after the bye? Is Stefanski still the guy to lead this team? Drop your takes in the comments, smash that like button, and hit subscribe. Because here on Dawg Pound Daily, we don't just cover the Browns, we bleed with them. This hurts, but we keep barking. Let's go.